Hey guys, how's it going? Just coming at you with another video here. Now, I guess today's video, or tonight rather, it's nighttime. At least here where I am at anyway, in the United States. Um, Now, I guess I'm going to be doing a little bit of a review of something I haven't done for a little while. Now, what review will I be doing? This. Um, Fan Collective, as you can see, obviously. Um, Now, something you may not know about me is that I'm a big Star Trek fan. I have been for a while. Um, and I guess I haven't really done any like Star Trek related videos. I guess so. I just feel like reviewing this. Then again, I think that's kind of the point of the video. I just felt like doing this, I guess. But yeah, it was basically a fan collective. Now I bought it a while back. I think in like 2008. I know I was still in high school at that time, and well, I know it's been a few years that I've had it. So I think the is if you may or may not be able to tell, the wear and tear is kind of kicked in a little bit. But c'est la vie, I guess. Um, I guess it's a fan collective of some of the like of the captains, the five captains. Um, from what the back says, it says to give you an idea of what's all about is the fans and captains have spoken. Not only have Star Trek fans voted online for their all-time favorite captains episodes, but for the first time ever, each legendary captain, which would be Bill Shatner, well, it says William on the back here, but of course I'm the same guy. You know what I'm talking about. Bill Shatner, uh, Patrick Stewart, Avery Brooks, Kate Mulgrew, and Scott Bakula have also chosen his or her favorite episode, including an introduction. Prepare yourself for pulse-pounding action and unimaginable adventure with five courageous captains as they dare to boldly go where no one has gone before. Now, we know who Bill Shatner and Patrick Stewart are, but Kirk and Picard, respectively. But just to give you a little bit of a refresher for those who may not remember or may not know, Avery Brooks is Captain Sisko in DS9. Kate Mulgrew is Janeway from Voyager. And Scott Bakula is Archer from Enterprise. Now, let's see here. Bear with me here. Kirk and Picard, Sisko and Janeway, and Archer. Now, for this one right here, Kirk and Picard, the captain's pick is The City on the Edge of Forever, episode 28. The synopsis is a crazed, drug-impaired McCoy travels back in time. Kirk and Spock follow the Doctor in order to prevent him from changing history. It has an intro with Bill Shatner and Jim Collins on The City of the Edge of Forever. I guess she acted in that episode. Now the fans pick is the Enterprise incident and Balance of Terror, which are both Romulan episodes, interestingly enough. Now, for the Next Generation, is the captain's pick is In Theory. After exploring a nebula, Picard realizes the Enterprise is in grave danger. Meanwhile, Data decides to pursue a relationship with Jenna. She was I think a character of the day in that episode. It's an intro with Patrick Stewart on In Theory on this episode. Now, I think this was really more of a Data episode, I guess, but I guess Picard chose this one as a favorite for this collection. Um, Now, for the fans' pick is Chain of Command, parts 1 and 2, which it's a two-part episode. I think it's like combined into one big thing. And then there's Darmok. Uh, Now, if you haven't heard of the Picard song, originated on the You're the Man Now Dog.com, there's I think the Picard song um, gave credence to Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra. Well, it originated in that episode, but it was included in the Picard song. Yeah, but don't know how that's really relevant. But Darmok and Jalad, I guess. um, yeah. And there's an intro for the episode, Darmok. Now, special features for this part of like Kirk and Picard. Um, for Bill Shatner's "What Makes a Good Captain," the importance of the captain's log, uh, Captain Kirk's legacy, and of course, special features are not rated, and some of them are not closed captioned. And now for Picard, his special features are the importance of the captain's log, playing playing a captain, looking back, Star Trek and stage, and Picard's future. Yeah. Um, Now for Cisco and Janeway. Now for the captain's pick is Far Beyond the Stars. Um, Cisco considers leaving Starfleet after a friend's ship is destroyed. He then experiences powerful visions in which he's a science fiction writer in 1950s New York. Now, the fans' picks are What You Leave Behind Parts 1 and 2, which is the series finale of Deep Space Nine, and In the Pale Moonlight, which is a perfect example of how can I put this? It's probably like one of the darkest episodes out there. Or one of the more darker ones. I don't know about darkest, but one of the more darker ones. But whether it's darker, or darkest, that's opinion is up to you. It's entirely subjective. Um, uh, it did go way off in left field in terms of what Gene Roddenberry's vision was, if you know what I mean. If you've seen the episode, you'll probably know what I'm trying to get at here. But I don't know. Now, special features for Ben Sisko is a captain and a father, Sisko's emissary, directing, imagining the future, social commentary, aspirations, Star Trek's impact. Now, for Voyager, Janeway, her pick is Counterpoint. Excuse me. Captain Janeway rescues refugee telepaths and hides them aboard Voyager. A squadron of inspectors from the Devore, 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 just I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Bear with me here. Imperium intercepts and board Voyager. The lead Devore officer who seeks asylum woos Janeway, but can he be trusted? There's an intro to that episode. To that, yeah. And by the way, for Far Beyond the Stars, there's an intro, and you know, for uh, for another special feature, I think for Cisco is Avery Brooks on Captain Cisco. I think it's a special feature, but I'm digressing since I'm talking about Janeway. Um, all three of the Voyager's episodes have an intro. Now, for the fan pick is the Omega Directive and Flashback, which is Janeway / Tuvok episode. Um, Now, forgive me if I'm not reading off the fans picks descriptions, I guess, uh, but I don't know. Um, Now for Archer, his captain's pick is Judgment. Captain Archer's life hangs in the balance as he stands accused by the Klingon Empire of um, aiding fugitives. There's an intro on that one. Excuse me. Now for the fans pick is these are the Voyagers, which is Enterprise's series finale, and First Flight. And for Archer's special features, uh, um, uh, uh, what makes a good captain, the importance of the captain's log, Archer's best qualities, looking back, and closing statement to Captain's Log fan collective with him. Now, if you want me to read the fans pick episodes, I will, just to maybe just to please you all. Now, What You Leave Behind, which is one of the fan picks for Deep Space Nine. Cisco launches an attack on the Dominion on Cardassia. Later, there are many surprises when the Dominion War enters its final stage, and in the pale moonlight, to prevent the Federation, and the Klingon Empire from falling under Dominion rule, Cisco and Garrick must somehow lure the Romulans into the Dominion War. Fan picks for Voyager. Um, uh, the Omega Directive. Janeway must enlist help of the senior crew on the need-to-know basis to help her destroy the Omega molecule. The most molecule, however you pronounce it, the most powerful substance known to exist. And Flashback. Deathly ill from a repressed memory, Tuvok must perform a Vulcan mind meld with Captain Janeway in order to survive. Or TOS, the original series. The Enterprise incident. The Enterprise is captured after Kirk irrationally orders the ship into Romulan space. Appearing mentally unstable, Kirk attacks Spock, who must use the Vulcan death grip on the captain. Balance of Terror. An invisible spaceship destroys a neutral zone outpost. Now Kirk and the Enterprise must somehow stop this enemy. Fans picks. Chain of Commands Parts 1 and 2. Picard leads a top-secret mission into Celtris 3, where he is captured and tortured. Riker and the Enterprise work against the clock to prevent a Federation attack on the Celtris 3. Now for Dormach. Picard is suddenly dematerialized and transported to the surface of an uninhabited planet. There he is mysteriously matched with one of the leaders of an alien race as it fight large, dangerous shimmering beast. Now for Archer here. His fans picks are the Enterprise NX-01 is heading back to Earth for its decommission and the signing of the Federation Charter when an old friend of Archer's tells him he needs his help. The captain complies, but not without tragic consequences. First Flight, Captain Archer reminisces to T'Pol about the time he and his rival, A.G. Robinson, competed for the honor of being the first pilot to break the Warp 2 barrier. So yeah. Now forgive me if I'm getting long-winded about this. I just feel like sharing, But yeah. Now, there are plenty of other fan collectives that are like this, but right now this is the only one that I myself own. And I'm not against getting any more, Now, what are some of the other fan collectives? I know that there's a Q collective. I know there's a Borg. collective, I think. I think there may be more collectives like this, but I think just right now, Q and the Borg are the ones I can think of offhand right now that I can remember. You know, but yeah, and not to mention this one too, Captain's Log. But those three, this one and the other two that I mentioned, are the only ones that I'm aware of, at least that I can think of off the top of my head right now to refresh my memory after I'm done with this video. But yeah, I just thought I'd show that off to y'all, and yeah. Alright, so rate, comment, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.